Welcome, folks. That's right, I'm casting my own game. I've never done this before. I don't quite know how it's. I don't know quite how it's gonna unfold. I don't recall the specifics of this game. It took place several months ago. Unfortunately, I'm now just revealing and spoiling the fact that the Subiaco StarCraft League is reasonably old. That's why you might have seen that the warp gate timing, for example, is still on the old patch. So it's probably 2 patches old, but I think it's still relevant. It's still very relevant. There's my 9 pylon. And I wonder, will I check? Like, do the old probe business? No, I will not. I am too much of a chump. So it's been a while since I played this game, so I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know that much about StarCraft at this stage relative to now. I feel like I'm a much better player now, but I'm just making excuses. That's what it's going to sound like, so I may as well look. There's no point. I did look and I did find the Overlord. So you can see I did cut over here. So look, I am such a Gosu baller nerd, etc. Nerd baller. Loving it. I'm going to drop down a gateway, I'm going to drop down a production tab. So, of course, Zerg versus Brotoss. The one benefit that the Zerg affords, which is really, really good, is that he can Overlord scout for ages. I, on the other hand, can see Hatch on the way. My current world of ZVP, or PVZ, mate, is that I will almost always try to cannon block in some sense. I always at least threaten it. If they go hatchery first, then I punish them in some way, whether it's with early zealots or with a cannon, because what could take so long? I really want to take the game into the mid game and the late game with minimal damage. So usually I'm actually gonna, especially on this map, well, not so much on this map. On Lost Temple I definitely would, but the temple has been shattered. The shattered temple. I will I'll be fast expanding. So on the shadow, so on the shadow temple I normally fast expand. Not today though. This is not my current meta game. So I did drop a pylon down just to see what was up, and that is going to be killed pretty quickly by 4 drones. I guess I cost him some mining time. I don't know. Anyway, gateway's going down, so I did go forge first because I wanted to cannon block, actually. It looks like I wanted some cannons, but I couldn't make it happen. So I built a forge, and I'm kind of behind now, because that forge is doing nothing. I'm going double gas, my macro is just crazy bad. Look at that, 300 minerals, just floating. I need to expand soon, or it's a waste. Instead, I'm going to get a cannon at the front. I'm very worried, I'm very scared of CHOBRO. And I think this is at the time when I was going for 1 base air an awful lot. So I'm probably going to get a Cybernetics core straight to a Stargate and get a bunch of Phoenix and see what I can do. I'm also going to get a secret base. Now in the tournament setting, which this absolutely is the tournament setting. We're sitting right next to each other, right, playing this game. Oh, that was really bad. That's really, really, really bad. Ugh, sending 3 probes. I've got to stop criticizing my own play and commentating the actual game. CHOBRO, he's just going to macro up really, really hard. He's getting a 2nd queen. Or is it it is in fact a 3rd queen. No, it is in fact a 2nd queen that just popped. Now he's getting a 3rd queen. He wants some creep. He's going to plomp down a tumor. But no tech as of yet. He's now getting a 3rd and a 4th queen. And I am going to get a Nexus and a Stargate. So I am going for air, but it's not just 1 base air. It's a 1 base air with secret base. In the tournament setting, of course, based on pressure, you can really do well making secret bases. They can be good, they can be bad, of course, if you get scouted. So if you're in a tournament, like a single day LAN tournament, I suggest either making a secret base, or if you're a chump and you want to play it safe, at least scout for secret bases, because they exist, they're real, and they can be spectacular if they work. They can also be horribly, horribly bad if they fail. And now my probe is just going to work his way back home, and I'm getting a stalker. And my Stargate. That's right, plural Stargate, folks. Overlord's coming in, is he gonna see? Oh shit, this could be really, really bad. Chobro's vision. Is he gonna see my Stargates? He sees the Chrono Boost. He sees Stargate. He doesn't see Stargate number 2. Yeah, so he sees exactly one Stargate. Stargate number 2 is up. And what is his response? He's getting a Roach Warren. An odd response to air. But we'll go with it. He's getting some speedlings, so I guess he's going to try and rush down my front. And he's going to get a spine at the back. I suppose it's kind of an Ice Fisher. But no, he's had gas all along, so it's not really Ice Fisher at all. I'm talking out of my butthole, as usual, baby. My secret base is slowly starting to build up a probe count. It's got a probe. It's going to have a second one just in a moment. There it is. Second probe. So, double the productivity of that second base now. Hydralistan on the way for Chobro, so it's possible that he just spotted. He just looked at his vision, which is like that, and saw the Stargate and decided. But I am building up Phoenix. I'm hoping that I can lift some queens, but what I don't know is that this is completely going to fail, because look how many queens he's got. He's got like a billion trillion queens. And he's just going to counter with Zerglings as he goes when I do arrive. Overseer on the way. So he's got Hydralisk Den. He's not building any Hydras just yet, but he knows that when my air does come, supposing it comes, when my air does come, he can just warp gates up. So I've got 4 Phoenix and a single Void Ray, a 5th Phoenix on the way, and I'm going to go there. I'm going to try and lift some queens, but there are so many queens. How many queens are there? There are 4 queens. I'm going to lift this queen, and it is going to die. She is a dead queen. Bunce, you are dead. Dead. I'm going to lift some drones. Nope, I'm going to macro, I guess, and not look. But the Void Ray's going to go to town. He should really charge up if he knew what was good for him. Anyway, I lift some drones. This is quite good, but I'm really far behind in supply, and I need these Hydras if I can lift them properly. But I believe, actually, I recall this. I'm going to sound like I'm making shitty excuses as the Zergling counter is here. Get into gear. Oh no, this is bad. They've got in the base. I'm going to kill the Overseer with my Phoenix, but that's not very great consolation, is it? As my Stalkers go down, and this could be death for me. Ugh. But he's going to attack the cannon, and that's probably a bad move, because the cannon is going to chew through his Zerglings, and it's going to reduce him to just 4 left. And now these Zealots will clean that up just fine. He still does not know about my secret base. On the other hand, I do not know about his secret 3rd base, which is not yet mining. I do clean that up. It's 55 to 84 though, the supply. It's pretty bad. It's not great. And I'm going to grab a Nexus. So 3rd base for me. Overlord speed is done. And more Hydralisks are on the way. And I really did not do enough damage with that Phoenix. But I was going to say, it's going to sound like I'm making excuses, but I do recall I had some kind of micro problem. I wanted to lift those Hydralisks and something was happening. I don't know. I lost my place on the keyboard. I'm not saying it was some kind of technical problem that cost me. I'm saying it was an incompetence problem that cost me. I wanted to lift the Hydralisks, I just didn't do it, and that's what happens when you watch pro games. And you just expect people to have pro micro, and then those people don't. I'm getting +1 weapons, which is a really wise move on the other hand. Chobro's grabbing +1 ranged weapons. And it looks like he's going to go for a drop here. He's positioning himself, you know, at this spot. And now my vision can see this creep. I don't know if I actually personally notice it. My Phoenixes are going to go for that. Oh, he's actually going to head back. He saw the Phoenixes. He could even get some Phoenix kills if I'm not paying attention. Oh, he's going to kill them all. Oh, that's so... Oh, don't you just hate watching your own games? You just, and it's months later as well. I feel like I'm better, but I know I'm not actually very much better. Anyway, this base is starting to get really nicely saturated. I need to start building probes again. I'm going to get charge. +1 weapons is nearly done. So I'm going Zealot heavy with charge against these Hydralisks. I should have sentries, but I feel... Especially in the situation of a competitive game, I feel like my force field micro is so bad that there's just no point getting sentries. They're a waste. They do nothing for me. And I am going to die here. My Nexus is going to die. In fact, I just GG preemptively. I'm completely destroyed. Look, 124 to 67. The secret base, you know, it did its part, but its part wasn't enough. And he was getting tunneling claws for the roaches that he didn't have. And he was getting ventral sacks to drop, but he didn't need to. He just busted down the front. Well done, CHOBRO. And I am going to play another game, and I'm going to be fighting for my life. Meantime, CHOBRO's got a shot at making the semi-finals. Peace.